still to this day, my family will be like, I don't understand how you're so sensitive. We didn't raise you to be that way. And I had a really hard time. And so I realized from a really young age, challenging the narrative of like, what are we doing here?
Mm.
Why is this? Like, this doesn't make sense to me. Like it was always just weird to me. I'm like, why do we drink milk? Like another species milk? Like I just these questions that I looking back, I'm like, wow, what a wise little one I was. But then how deeply like unsafe that made me and my family of origin to like push back on those narratives that pe where people were like, this is how you do it, and this is how we've always done it, and this is the way, and so obviously my own conformity led to my safety in that, and I became a product of my environment. And so animism, being in relation with the land, being a steward. I mean, my dad was very advocate of teaching me, like when we were hunting, how to be with nature and understand kind of the rules of nature, the laws of nature, how to leave it better than we found it, how to like these really core values of me that I just are so deeply woven inside of me now. And I'm so grateful for that because I am a steward of the land. I'm the steward of the land in my neighborhood. I'm a steward of the land when I go out into nature. I'm a steward of the land wherever I am because that is a core value of mine.
Mm.
And so animism to me was like, in ways something that I was given. And I'm so deeply grateful for that connection because I do think that, my past has a big role in the work that I'm here to do because of my upbringing, if I'm a radical hippie now, and so like if I would go into these groups of people and be like, this is what I think, or this is who I think we should be doing or being, they'd be like, fuck off. Like
Mm.
get out of here. You don't know anything. But I was a beef ambassador. I was in the Cattlemen's Association. I was the president of my agriculture club in college. I was a fierce advocate for agriculture, because that was what my life had given me. And I was a rodeo athlete. I roped until college, and that was a huge part of my identity. And in 2011, I've had some pretty extreme circumstances that led me to losing that identity and losing my horses and getting that identity ripped away from me in a really traumatic way left me so lost and confused because it was like one of the biggest catalysts. I knew 1,000% that how I was raised wasn't an entirety of my alignment.